Hey there, guys. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. How are you all doing? I want to do a morning thoughts episode. I wanted to do this yesterday, but I sort of ran out of time. I didn't want to make it such a long video. This is totally not fragrance related. This is about life. So, fair warning in the beginning. If you don't like non fragrance related content, perhaps you can skip it. But I would like to talk to my friends who, like this kind of talks, real life, experiences. I just share my 2 cents. I usually do that. And based on what kind of people I meet here, and what kind of people I deal with, what they teach me, I like to share so you people can have like, food for thought perhaps, you can learn one or two things that I suffer that I don't want you to suffer perhaps. You can be cautious. At least you can be cautious. You don't have to take my words for granted. So today I would like to talk about a couple of things. One is an evil eye, okay, how people give evil eye, why I believe in this. Sometimes it seems funny to people, but I will explain to you. Second thing I want to talk about is don't let anybody control your life, or don't let people barge in. I talked about friends, who are not, but I'll tell you some people. I just notice how people sort of manipulate. Okay, so these are kind of, you can say, negative things and stuff in life, but sorry, uh, you still can learn things from them. I'm not going to curse, so I'm not going to say harsh words. I'm just going to describe from my observation. So some of you still watch me, and then you are perhaps, thinking that I know better. Maybe you should think again, because what experience teaches you, nothing can teach you that much with for money or anything else, right? So let's talk about evil eye. Who gives you evil eye, and what is an evil eye? So I did never used to believe in these things. I used to believe, like, I do believe in God, and I like to wish all my Muslim friends all over the world Ramadan Kareem, and do hope that you do the purification of not only your body, give a rest to your body as well as your soul, purification of soul. Try practicing good deeds. It's not about competition no more. It's not about showing human beings, racing with them, and beat them, and manipulation, all that. Maybe take a break for it for a month. You'll see differences. It's always the deal is between you and God, not between you and the society, right? So do help poor people in need who cannot eat. Nowadays prices have gone high. Try to help them. Buy them a little bit food if you can, if you are wealthy enough. Like, you can actually not go to a buffet and spend thousands of dollars or per month. Instead of that, you can eat in moderation, and which is good for your body. Eat, take it easy. And there are a lot of hungry people out there who can use your kindness, even the animals, right? So do show act of kindness. You don't have to show it to particular anybody, whoever you feel like is the right candidate. Okay, so wish you a happy Ramadan to all Muslims. So I was talking about what is an evil eye. I never used to believe. I used to think, oh, there is God and he's the ultimate power. People have no power over us. But there are these other things, I believe also that we are at, we are guilty of. Like sometimes we are aware of it, sometimes we are not. Sometimes we make mistakes. So what is an evil eye? You guys know already what evil eye is. Like, let's say people get jealous of you. They're jealous of you, or they don't like you, and they always wish for bad luck. And imagine, you maybe you're doing good, like you are healthy, you have no debts, you don't have any debts in your life, and you are driving a car, and you have your good family, everybody's happy and healthy. So your life is going good, and people praise you, they say good things about you. There are many things people can be jealous of. If someone say, I praise this guy, he's the best worker in the office, other employees will give you like, oh, you got the raise, oh, you think you're good, and they'll be jealous. So sometimes I saw someone, I learned from watching videos. One of the scholars said, sometimes you don't mean it, you don't mean to brag. Maybe you just shared a photo like, hey, I moved to this country, let's say Canada, or I got a raise, or I became the senior something, a CEO of a company. See, the thing is, you are trying to share happiness, so they give you prayer, like, or blessings, right? But not everybody is giving you a blessing, because not everybody is happy for your success. Many people, they wish, because they themselves are not doing enough. They just, all they do is hate, 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 and they just have a smiley face in front of you, perhaps like a friendly guy, but in the back of their head, they are doing things behind your back. Maybe you don't know. So they say like, oh, I'm so hard, like in their heart, they're like, I'm so hard. This guy is like, he got a BMW, man. He doesn't deserve it. He's just like those guys, I don't like. He's just like sly, and he just manipulating his ways. He doesn't deserve it. To them, they think like it. But who decides all that? It depends on God, who decides everything. But these people don't understand it. So we are full of faults. So when we see per se someone is happy or they're doing good, sometimes we feel sadness, and that sadness somehow sort of creates, I feel, evil eye, I became, like sick for series of uh, months, weeks. And people say, why are you so sick? Yeah, there are reasons, obviously, like maybe outside there's a lot of flu, the weather wasn't good, there's wastage, and there's pollution. Maybe these fragrances itself smelling so much make me sick. At the same time, maybe my immune system is low, but at the same time, I feel somewhere, even some of my friends maybe just see me, doing my work, and they see like, oh, this guy is working every day. He is, by grace of God, he's doing okay. So some people may not feel happy about you. Maybe even if you do things for them, they may not be feeling happy for you. So in a way, not only the evil people, also the people who get saddened or sad, like they get hurt by your happiness and well-being. These people indirectly sort of it's gonna sound funny to many of you who are not believers. It's okay. I don't understand. I'm not going to enforce believe it. If you don't believe, it's up to you. Everybody's free to do whatever they want. But I will tell you one thing: those who believe in this kind of stuff, people actually, we also believe that there are spiritual existing in the world. Some spiritual, we call them genes. Actually, in our religion, it's mentioned. So genes are kind of like they're there. I am getting goosebumps. Because they're everywhere. So some of them are good, some of them protect you, some of the angels protect you, some of the angels protect you because of your parents' blessings or prayers. But there are many people who sort of like, do black magic and all those things. So they can do this on you. Okay. So there are signs, always make sure you see. If always constantly sick, you are always worried, you always like cannot sleep at night, or you are just like having hard time, focusing on business, you're not making any progress in your job or business, then someone has done something to you, and they made perhaps a prayer, or they have gone, just they gave you like evil eye. So how you get rid of it? There are many ways. You can pray to God, like, God help me. And then you also, like, maybe if you feel someone is doing this to you, you also look at yourself, what am I doing wrong? Because God will not punish you for nothing. Perhaps you're supposed to learn something, you are doing something wrong, but you're not realizing. So look back, what am I doing wrong? If you do some soul searching, you'll know that perhaps I've done wrong to this person. I shouldn't do it anymore. Maybe I was mean to someone, or I have like cheated someone, something, right? So if someone claims they're perfect, they don't do anything. I have seen so many people, hey, Joy blocked me, this guy blocked me from his channel or group, and they never say what they did, right? So to them, they are just like victims, right? So there's always an action, an opposite and equal reaction sometimes, right? So we have to realize what we're doing wrong. Unless we realize, we cannot do betterment in our life. So make sure, like, there are a lot of people who are following you, but sometimes wolves follow you, not your fans only. So be careful when people come try to make quick friendship with you, and then after 2 days of knowing you, they try to get information out of you. They get to know a lot about you. They ask about personal life, and then you share with them because you feel like sharing sometimes, even if they don't ask. And you tell them some of your secrets, like, hey, we have this here, property here, or I have this problem in the family. This thing, they go and report to your enemies. Okay. And then that's how and I've been doing soul searching. I'm like, I don't talk to that many people. How come my enemies are knowing about this and they talk about it in open? Then I realized some of my dear friends who pretend to be my friend, they're also friends with them. They're two-faced people. They always enjoy this, creating people to fight, misunderstanding, and this is how they're happy. So I got rid of many people like that. I don't trust so many human beings, honestly speaking, unless I have solid proof. I have seen people standing behind you in the time of need. The people who stand up for you, which are not going to be many, those are your true friends, right? And people in need, when people are there in your time of your need, those are your real friends, right? So second thing I want to talk about is this thing: don't let people control your life. And I'm going to give you examples, okay? And this real life example is kind of scary at first. When you start, let's say, your own venture, let's say you are very passionate about your work, you create a vlog or a group, and you think like, hey, I want to talk about my watches, I want to talk about perfumes, and you start gathering, and people start liking you for your originality and like the passion that you have. You cannot build an empire unless you are a model. Let's say you think you're going to be a successful reviewer like Jeremy. Jeremy didn't become Jeremy in a day, right? Unless you have looks like him, you look like Tom Cruise, or you have the suits, and you have a lot of bling bling money and this, then you can create like a hype or something. That's how the world works, media works. But you look at the other reviewers apart from Jeremy, not that many reviewers out there like as big as him. Not the influencers are super rich. Some of them are working business, but just doing fragrance reviews, not everybody became rich or popular or became a celebrity or diva. Not everybody even has 1 million followers. Few reviewers have 100,000. And for that, we call it like, give me a second, sorry guys, I sprayed perfume in my room a while back, so it's kind of stuck, so it's disturbing my system. Anyway, I was saying, not everybody, like, let's say car reviewers, like people who reviews fast cars or something like food vlogging, they have huge fan following. But fragrances, they're not really that big yet. Its industry is big, but our community is not that big yet, right? So you, let's say, created a platform, and slowly people start following you. Your subscribers are going high, like in YouTube. And I noticed that when you started becoming a little bit popular, people start trusting you and then like your work, they follow you, they watch all your videos and comment and join your Facebook group, and then you create a platform in your own country. So suddenly, you start going to shops, start meeting people. Of course, you start growing and expanding, and there are a lot of people who will contact you, because they can see you have influence, and the sellers will come and be very nice to you. They give you free stuff, and they offer you good prices, good deals. They can say you can pay later. I faced this in my life, and slowly I saw with time how things change. This, at first you will not understand. You also fall for the trap because you want to grow faster. You want to review many perfumes, and it's not possible or easy to buy fragrance every day, right? You cannot do that. Even if you're super rich, not everybody does that. So you really have to save your money in general. Normal process, or you have to buy decants, you have to save up. But if you want to work 24/7 with fragrances, then you start working with some influencers, some other members. You try to make a group, and you go out, have a meetup. So that's how it grows. So people start joining you, and then you become 1,000, 10,000, 20,000. And that time, some of the sellers perhaps will come to you and say, hey, here's a good deal for you. You just promote us and stuff, or you do our shop. So the thing is, they will give you, let's say, $100, but they will take out benefit of $100,000, and you're happy for them. You're helping them, but still you feel that's unfair, right? But imagine, wait for this. At some point, they will start telling you what to do with your channel, with your group, which seller you're gonna, promote or not, and they try to control you. Sort of like, don't take this seller's name. Let's just kick him out. Or they'll say stuff like, post this. They'll try to have their own post in your group, which actually will be dominated by a seller. Most of the groups nowadays are dominated by sellers. They have sort of engaged people, and then they got them so many people in Bangladesh, in a way that the people are just controlling them, and they just keep buying and buying because they give them for, you can buy now and pay later. This is the trap I came out of once and twice, actually. It's an evil sort of a circle, vicious circle, and many people don't realize it. They keep going, and then they think, why compete? What do you have? I have this. In reality, what you have is debt. Okay, you have to pay a huge amount of money, and once you have that and you fall in this trap, you have to work sort of like with this line. You have to help those sellers, promote them. If you don't, they're gonna go after you or push you for money even before time. So I would tell you, don't let people come to your life, add you in your Facebook. Many people ask me, can I add you on Facebook? I say no, with all due respect, because I don't like to add strangers. I don't know what intentions they have. Maybe they are my good followers, they're good fans, but perhaps I have my certain personal thing I don't want to share with the world. I have my certain political views, religious views, or I have my likes, sports, this and that. People come and tell you, hey, I don't like you, you shouldn't do that. They just tell you right on your face without any respect. The thing is, like, when people start telling you what to do, and that point, like, people tell you, you should do this. Did you give them the right to do this? No, but they took you for granted. So this is how manipulative people work. At first, they're super nice, they sweet talk, and then they do things for you. And then after a while, you start believing in them and you start thinking they're my friends. And you very quickly become friends with them. They get to know secret about you, your family, this and that, and they harm you later. This is how the world works nowadays. Sadly, there's just no logic behind it. You help someone once and they became your worst enemy. And they go and spread all kind of lies. They will tell you, when you help them, they will tell you they're the one who helped you grow, which is not the case. So through this process, yes, there are a lot of manipulation, there's a lot of these things, but ultimately, I'll tell you, whatever you do, you'll make mistakes. That's how you learn. But once you make a mistake, do not fall for the same mistake again, and trust the same people. Once people betray you, they'll betray you again. There is just no two way about it, right? And who you can trust? Hardly any people, man. I'm telling you, honestly speaking, you have to keep safe distance and space. You cannot go out, meet anybody out there. You have to be very careful, because you do not know their intention. Who do they come from? Who they are working for? What is the intention when they post or add people in your group? You don't know. Maybe they have good intention, maybe they don't. But if you follow and trust someone blindly, they will take advantage and later make you pay. And then you'll understand how difficult your life got, because enemies usually do not know about you. They just, enemies obvious, but those people who are two-faced, they are friendly to you, they're friendly to them. You do not know how you're going to trust them, because maybe they talk to you about, they know your some sort of secret, you said certain thing about someone, they go and take this and give it to your enemy. And that's how they enjoy life. They just enjoy a cup of coffee, they get very satisfied. I have met, I never harm some people at all, never spoke bad about them. They go bad mouth about me in other groups. So right now you see male, female, all alike, right? So when people are super nice, first thing, be a negative person and be suspicious. Why people are being nice to you? Definitely they want something. If they're kind to you, give them some time. Do not trust people blindly, right? So that's what I want to talk about today. Do not trust, do not love blindly, and do not let people control you. And also that evil, I think, keep it in your mind. And people who are always, last thing I'll say, people who are always saying bad things about you, haha, they're reacting, they're trolling you. Know one thing, they can't do what you do. Okay, they wish they could be like you. They say, they claim they're better than you, but they never proved it. You go to their channel, 1 subscribers, 0 video, and they follow you. You don't follow them. They follow a lot of people, but nobody follows them. And it's not a disrespect to people. Not everybody is meant to be a guy who will do work, but people only hate on people who are doing good work. They are getting success. People never badmouth of people who are low in community, that failure. Nobody looks at them, right? So when you are getting a lot of haters, then you know you're doing something right. It's a negative thing to say, but keep it in your mind, right? Thank you so much for watching. And this is the topic I will not repeat again. Just want to share my sentiments. I'm pretty sure many of my friends will feel what I said. Take care. If you have been betrayed, don't worry about it. God has better plans for you. Take care. See you soon. And have a nice month of Ramadan. Bye bye.